Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Hey SL, it's Tyler here to bring you our last newscast for the first semester. I hope everyone had as much fun as possible for the first half of the year, and I hope you're all getting used to being back in person again. Remember, we have no exams this year. However, next week will still be modified. Monday is MLK Day and we'll have no school. Tuesday will be fully online with hours 1 through 6. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be half days with hours 1 and 2 on Wednesday, hours 3 and 4 on Thursday, and hours 5 and 6 on Friday. Cohorts A and B will be in person Wednesday and Thursday, and cohorts C and D will be in person on Friday. Second semester's remote Wednesdays will also begin to look a little different, with a later start in attendance and student support time instead of new material. Check your email for more information. Now, in honor of MLK Day on Monday, let's take it to a video to remember his legacy.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
The March on Washington served as a massive push for economic and political justice for African Americans. Held during the year celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation, crowds marched on the National Mall to watch a variety of musical performances and speeches. Dr. King, a Baptist preacher and prominent civil rights leader, was scheduled to speak towards the end of the day, his debut on the national stage. Up until that point, King mostly addressed small crowds at black churches, rallies, or fundraisers. This time, he would be seen by nearly 250,000 people on the ground, as well as millions at home watching on television. This was an opportunity to reach a wide audience and persuade the public and the government to take action against racial injustice. The night before, King worked with a close group of advisors to get the speech just right. They worked through the night, settling on a final draft in the pre-dawn hours of August 28. Interestingly, the phrase, "I have a dream," a phrase he used in earlier speeches, was nowhere to be found in this copy. The words wouldn't manifest until almost halfway into Dr. King's speech, when gospel singer Mahalia Jackson, who had performed earlier in the day, called out to him from the sidelines to tell them about the dream. King set his prepared remarks aside and improvised the rest, crafting a soaring speech that would sear into the minds of millions of Americans.
No, we are not satisfied, and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream.
The speech was divided into 2 parts. The first listed the injustices that African Americans faced: segregation, police brutality, disenfranchisement, and discrimination, and urged a call to nonviolent action. The second launched into King's dream of peace and racial harmony, a vision of a future in which people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I have a dream.
Highlighting King's skills as a preacher, "I Have a Dream" was part sermon and part poetry, using rhetorical devices like repetition, rhyme, and vivid metaphor to drive his points home. It was peppered with historic, biblical, and literary references that moved the crowd. This message of struggle and hope became the defining moment not only of King's career, but also the civil rights movement. Both the speech and the March on Washington were credited with helping secure the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a landmark piece of legislation that ended segregation and banned discrimination on the basis of race or sex in the workplace.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
Now let's take it to Nicola for the weather.
Thanks, Tyler. It's Nicola with the weather. It was still pretty cold this week, and it's only going to get colder next week. Before we take a look at the 7-day forecast, I've got a joke for you. What do you call a snowman with a six-pack? Think about that while you take a look at the forecast for next week. Did you get it? What do you call a snowman with a six-pack? An abdominal snowman. Now back to Tyler for more news.
Senior Video is looking for each senior to submit a baby photo as soon as possible. You can also send any photos or videos from elementary school until now. Here's some info about their next raffle.
Attention SLHS seniors!
For those of you who've been keeping up with Senior Video announcements, then you should already know about the Tropical Smoothie Raffle.
Shadow check, Farkas.
Last time we didn't get many people to enter, but you're in luck. For those of you who didn't enter, we're doing another raffle, and this time you can win Chipotle
Or Chick-fil-A. The winner of the raffle can choose whichever of the two they prefer.
How do you enter the raffle? Good question. In order to enter the raffle, you need to send in all the requirements from the last raffle, as well as 3 videos from elementary, middle school, or high school.
And if you want a second entry, then one of the 3 videos you submit have to be from elementary school.
And just like everything else, you can send these pictures and videos to any of our social media accounts, as well as our email.
And all necessary video and photo submissions must be entered to Senior Video by
January 29th!
in order to be entered to win.
Wow, I love Chipotle. I'm definitely going to be submitting mine. Here's the contact info one more time if you have any ready to send right now. Be sure to keep sending in those pictures and videos, seniors. Now over to Brian for any updates with our sports.
Thanks, Ty. Scrounge sports this week. Hockey is set to hit the ice again tomorrow, January 16th. Basketball tryouts will be held tomorrow, the 16th, with varsity from 8 to 10 in the main gym, JV from 8 to 10 a.m. in Dodge Early Gym, and freshmen from 10 to noon in Dodge Early Gym. Tryouts will also be held the 17th with varsity and JV from 1 to 3 in the main gym, and freshmen from 3 to 5 in Dodge Early Gym. For more updates and information, visit the website down below. Now to Ryan with your special segment this week.
What's up, SL? Ryan here with this week's special segment. This week, we're ending it off how we started with Pet of the Week. Let's take a look at Delaney Chapisso's dog, Rhombus. Wow, so cute. Now back to Tyler with some more news.
The yearbook staff will be holding a drawing to give away 2 free yearbooks to students. All you have to do to enter the drawing is submit 10 photos of yourself from this school year that are able to be used in the yearbook. The photos could be of you hanging out with friends, doing your favorite activity, working on schoolwork, doing a school project, going on vacation, or anything else school appropriate that you would like to see in the yearbook. You can submit these photos to Mrs. Buersdorf or seniors Kayla Lambert, Brenna Tarleton, or Kylie Tarleton. The next drawing will happen on February 15th. All photos must be submitted by February 12th. Also, happy birthday next Tuesday to Miss Colley and Miss Milog. There will be no news next week, and starting second semester, there will be a new set of TV2 students. So TV2 first semester would like to say, it's been fun, SL. Hope to see you around.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers,